by the pine. Headed to the club in the boss top down.
What is up, everybody? Alucard Gaming here, and today I'm going to be showing off my my Afeera sets because everybody wanted to know about my Afeera sets and how I got them to look like this. So, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Be sure to tell me which set you like the most, and I do change sets a lot, so if I end up making like 2 new sets, or 3 overall, I might just make another video on that if people want to see those sets and so on and so on. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Be sure to tell me which set you guys like the most. So let's get started into this. So we're gonna get started with the helmet. I'm gonna be real. I think the best helmet is the default helmet. The default helmet itself is just great. It's kind of like it test your metal armor without being a test your metal headpiece, because this is the test your metal headpiece. That's the test your metal headpiece that you get for this for playing as of right now for Afeera. And as you can see, all these other ones, they look cool. They're not bad, but they kind of like this gimmick. I wanted it to be pure like black and white, so the gold wouldn't really fit there. So that's why I'm using this one, because it's perfect. Look how nice it blends with it. See how most of it's kind of gold or just pure white. This one's green. This one would have been good if it was black. If she had a black face piece, I would have used this too, because I like her eyes. Her eyes look really nice in that one. See, like I like this one too, but it's gold with it, which sucks. This one's a little too white. And this is the default helmet, but without the front. Like it looks okay, but this is definitely the best headpiece to use for it. Now we're going to the chest. The chest piece is the test your metal death by metal armor you get for her. I mean, her other armors are nice too. They're all pretty fine. They're not bad. They're not bad. Like, this is what I was using before. I was using this beforehand. I prefer, like, the difference, each set has, they're the same ones, but the only difference between the sets is that one has a little tail and one does not. I personally prefer the tail with them. I think it looks cooler with the tail. This is kind of the one I'd use for the most part. Either that or this one, depending if I wanted gold in it, but if I didn't, I would use this. Obviously with the tail. But the majority of her armors aren't that good because they kind of just, they fall off. So honestly, I think these are the best. I think this one is the best for, in terms of armor. Like, her shoes are black, they're nice, and it kind of blends in a little more. And you can kind of get away with the gold a little bit if you really want to, but if you don't want to do that, and you want to get the white trimming, you can always run with this. So it's either Messenger or the Prophet. I can't say that, I'm sorry. But the test your metal armor is what I'm using for her chest piece for this set. Now, her arms are actually really good. She has a lot of different unique arms that make it look really cool. I actually like the arms that give you a little spike at the ends because it's kind of like an ornament, but it's not an ornament. These are the test your metal arms, but I don't like using full sets. I like mixing it up. See, these are the alternate versions of those, and obviously this just gives it the white undertone. I like her arms that have gloves. I like the gloves. I don't like it when it's just her bare hands. It looks weird. Like, this one looks good actually too, but there's gold trimming, which kind of stinks. See, this one looks nice too if it didn't have gold trimming for this set. You see the white where the elbow is? I like that. That's why I'm using that, is because it has that It gives it more white. See, most of her arms don't really do it. Personally, I like this is my favorite, and this and these are my favorite arms. These three are my favorite arms for her. The weapon is kind of straightforward. I wanted the weapon to look somewhat bland because obviously it matches the theme. I want to get this shield for her with this set, but I actually think this one looks better because it mimics the tone of it. Now we can go to material. As you can see, you're using white. I mean, any material looks good on her, really. Some more than others. The best material, hands down, is white and red. And obviously, like, the really bright colors that make it pop. Those are always the better ones. Let's see what we got for the head. Like, see, this... You get this from the Heresy of Relics event. If you guys played it during that, you guys should have gotten it. I like it because it puts the skull. It's like a perfect skull. It fits perfectly well. Otherwise, that's how it looks normally. Because it's the default armor. That's what the Texture Metal is. It's Texture Metal default armor, but it's just different. So if you do this, it removes that, and it looks like a completely different thing. You can't even see it, and the skull just looks really great with it. Like, you can also use other things, but I like to have a skull on it because it just looks more menacing. Now, you could also run, you could always just run engravings on it too, if you want it, but engravings don't really work well on this particular set. See, you see how it's different from this? Like, if you look at this side and then you look at this side. I know, she moves her arms a lot. I wanted this to make it more black, to make it more pop out with the white. The same thing with here. Now her pants, it's the same thing. I wanted some white in there, but I didn't want it to be overly done like this. So it's like, it's a little bit, it touches it up. Now her shield, I wanted something to, because this is her shield naturally. This is how her shield looks naturally. I wanted something to go kind of with it. Like, there's different choices you can do. But you don't want the pattern to overshadow it, you know? So that's why I did something like this. I was thinking about doing this. I was thinking about doing something like this one or this one, but I like this one a little more, personally. But I also like this one too. I might switch that up later. I'm gonna switch that for now. I'm gonna use this one. You get this for the Texture Metal event, but you can see how it blends in with the trimming on the white. It just looks naturally really well. Now the color I'm using is War. You get it just by playing just the game, really. All these colors look really make the skull pop out. Like, you see how this looks? It looks so good. This is what I was using originally. Effects are, I'm using the effect that you can only get for right now. So if you guys want the exact effect, which is a golden Apollyon helmet, you gotta buy it now. Otherwise, you can't buy it ever. I think it works really well with it. honestly, I don't really have any kind of signature. I want to get a new signature. Since it's a black and white, I'm using the Shadow Cult and the I Bring War for the execution and emotes. So that's this set. I don't have it. I don't put ornaments on this one because it kind of. I want those spikes to pop out more as their own. So I have that for that set. Now we're going to this one, the golden Afeera. This one I was kind of messing around with. Like, I would love if this was texture metal armor in the top part of the helmet, like the face, not the mouth area, but the eyes area was black. If that was black, I would use this one for it. But sadly, it's not. Like, and again, I don't like using all of the same stuff. So I was changing it around until I got to this, and I actually kind of like this one. So the messenger one is the messenger thing. Now I could use the default one. The default one looks great with it. Actually, it looks really good with it. But I like to be somewhat different between all three of my sets. Like, I want them to be unique to them in their own way. So I am using the Death by Metal one for this set as well, because it just gives the gold trimming to pop out more, makes it more nice looking. This one, however, I'm using these arms because this gives me that gold wrist protection, the gold wrist, which I really like. So it makes it pop out more. The weapon with this one is more royal-like. I put this shield on because it's kind of the most goldish, nice. It fits this one really well. This one actually looks good with the golden Apollyon. Same thing. This one I just put pure I Bring More golden version. Because obviously it's gold. You gotta put it together. Now, I didn't put a color on this because you see how it damps it. No, we don't want that. We want it plain. Give you that golden pop. But I did put an engraving on this one because I like my skulls, and it gives me my skull look. And I like that for the most part. Same thing right here. I didn't want it to be gold. I wanted it to be darkened out because it was just getting too gold. You don't want it too gold. You want it a perfect shade of gold and black. And this kind of goes in with it well. Same thing here. Here, I didn't put anything on it because I thought it would have been too much. I did put an engraving on it just to be like, look at me, I'm a little skelly butt. Now for the shield, this is how it looks normally, but you see how that looks? I didn't like the teal on it, so I put something over it. I put the this one over it because I like how the lines go down and it kind of makes it look darker and nicer. Just more clean. I could put engravings on it. Engravings would probably make it look nicer. Like, engravings on weapons and shields kind of look cool. It's so underrated. People don't really use engravings as much. Now the color for this one, you could just unlock playing it normally. Ironwood, because it gives it a darker vibe. We don't want it too black, but we don't want it too white either. So I thought that was a good blend. Ornaments, I'm using the ornaments you get from the Mythic. Vikings have this originally for them, and it's a thunder. It's this. That's where I got the ornament. And this is just the color I'm using. Obviously it's gold. This one would actually do well with other colors. Like, this looks pretty cool. But I like my gold look. I like this look a lot. This one pops out a little more. So we got the last one. This is the team that my team we play together all the time, and we decided to make our characters have the same kind of color look. So this is what we're running for these. Our colors are red and black and white. Those are our colors, and all of us have them for our characters with a hint of gold in them. So obviously this one actually looks good with it because it's white and it's not just pure gold, because if I did pure gold, it would, see, yeah, we don't like the pureness of those colors. So this one, because it gives you the red, the white little dreadlock, I like those, and it gives you the necklace. I like the necklace. This armor piece, because like I said, I like the little tail, and it gives you the white trimming on your outline of your chest. Now these arms are pretty much the same, but I put color on them to change them up a bit, and the color itself changed the arms themselves to red, so it looks a little more unique. This one is also like the way I see this one reminds me of the Red Queen from like Alice in Wonderland. So I was taking that theme with this one, this armor, and this weapon. It's kind of like a royal weapon. This shield I actually really like. The reason why I use this shield for this set in particular is because I was able to put this on there. Like, it just looked, the skulls fit perfectly in there. And it kind of looks like it's a part of it. Now, see, if I didn't put a thing over it to make it dark, it would just look like that. See, not that good. But if I do this, it makes it pure black background. It makes it look more cleaner, more smooth. Same thing here. I didn't want my things to just purely pop out. I wanted it to be a little dark with some red in there. Color I'm using here is Deep Night, which is just something you can unlock normally. There are other versions that you could use, like this one looks nice too. The white iron is what I'm using. Same thing for this. Now this, you see how this changes? I like the lightning bolts. Originally this was like Red Death from Flash, if you're a Flash fan. Yeah. But this color looks really well with it. It goes really well with it. I like the lightning bolt aspect on it too. Like I said, this was originally like Red Death. And I like the skull that I put on there too. The skull, kind of like a Batman secret thing looking thing. So I like that a lot too. This one I'm pretty sure it's... Actually, I don't have any effects on this one. I have the dark effects on this. The Shadow Colt. Oh, I have the Thor strike from those ornaments. Alright. That's my set. Let me know which one you guys like the most down below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.